No surprise, that interview was on CNN. Joining me now is Tennessee Senator Bill Hagerty. Senator, thanks very much for being here. What do you think about when you hear something like that? Actually, people pushing back against the National Guard's assistance to stop crime.
Well, Maria, it's very sad that politicians would make this into a partisan issue. If you think about the most fundamental duty of government, it's public safety. That shouldn't be a partisan issue. That's our responsibility to deliver a safe environment. This is something that's been going on in Memphis since I was a kid, Maria. It's very personal to me. And I've been working very closely with state-level authorities and local-level authorities for the better part of the past year to put in place what we're seeing right now. Our preliminary results have been outstanding. The FBI surged resources for the past several months in Memphis. We've had over 500 arrests there as a result of this surge, over 100 federal indictments and climbing. Now President Trump has stepped up and said we're going to provide the full menu of federal resources to actually bring crime under control in Memphis. And then my pledge and my goal, working with Governor Lee and working with local officials there in Memphis, to make certain that this is sustainable for the long term. We're going to provide the appropriate resources for law enforcement to make certain that Memphis remains the safest city in America.
That's very good. I like what you're saying. Senator, you were at the signing yesterday in the Oval Office with President Trump. You've been addressing these crime issues for years. And I guess when you say you want to make this sustainable, what does that mean in terms of codifying this into law? Tell us your role in this.
Yeah, the legal part is already in place. I certainly like to see state-level crimes stepped up in terms of the penalties, but we're going to be charging these criminals on a federal basis. That was one of the most critical aspects of what President Trump announced yesterday, is that he's bringing every agency to bear. You went through all of the three-letter agency names. ATF will be there, HUD will be there, IRS even will help prosecute these criminals to the fullest extent of federal law. That means they'll be going to jail not in the local county lockup. They'll be sent to Leavenworth. This is hard time we're talking about cleaning the streets. Our role as legislators is to make certain that I serve in the Appropriations Committee, the appropriate resources to make certain that law enforcement has what they need there. The governor has pledged to do the same thing.
What about appropriating money for security increased funding for the executive branch, the judicial branch, Congress as well? Vice President J.D. Vance and White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller were on Charlie Kirk's show yesterday. Vance hosted the show. They detailed how the administration is going to go after left-wing organizations promoting violence following the assassination of Charlie Kirk. I spoke with Devin Nunes, formerly the chairman of the Intelligence Committee in the House. He joined me yesterday on who is funding all of this radicalization. Watch this.
President Trump was shot at twice, nearly killed, and finally they got Charlie Kirk. This violence has to end. It's the political left. I think it's total nonsense when you hear now these politicians that are coming out saying, "Oh well, we gotta lower down the rhetoric." The rhetoric was done by my former colleagues in Congress. Yeah. It was also done and supported by a very sophisticated organization. Many people say Soros, but it's not just Soros who helps to organize this. Soros works in conjunction with the Democratic National Committee and other foundations to support these radical groups across the country that has led to this unprecedented historical violence.
So, Senator, obviously the suspected assassin is going to be formally charged today. The Washington Post reported that he confessed the murder online. The message allegedly sent on this online chat platform, Discord, to about 30 people. He writes, "It was me at UVU yesterday. I'm surrendering." The confession posted approximately 2 hours before the arrest was made. So tell us about that, about the money. Number one, the money that you're going to need to appropriate for more security for all of you, the leadership in Washington. And number two, the money being spent by some of these whack job groups like Soros.
Number one, we're looking at right now, Maria, I've already had experience doing this. I actually worked with Senator Mark Warner across the aisle to make certain we had more protection for our Supreme Court justices when their homes were being marched on in the wake of the leaked Dobbs decision. I accelerated resources then in my role in the Appropriations Committee. We're looking right now at doing that on a much broader basis because you've seen the scale of these threats. It's disgusting, it's a shame, and it's sad that it's happening here in America, but we will make certain that we provide the proper resources. With respect to these groups, I was with President Trump and Stephen Miller yesterday discussing this in the Oval Office. This is extremely disturbing, and President Trump is going to step it up an even higher level. He's talking about bringing RICO charges. He actually spoke with Pam Bondi and asked our Attorney General to look into this to see whether RICO charges might apply. That is extremely serious. The level of cooperation is extremely concerning. We talked about George Soros's group. I heard Devin Nunes say that. That group, the same one that came into Memphis and funded a DA, a local DA, that has been very soft on crime, turning these criminals back on the streets. It's happening at every level. To the extent they're coordinating, we need to stop it.
By the way, as an elected official in the Senate, do you want to see social media take some responsibility and be liable for this stuff? I mean, what about Section 330? Are you taking that up?
You know, I heard you talking about this earlier in the set. This is something that's deeply concerning. It's been a matter of debate here. We don't want to limit innovation here in America, but after you see the events that have taken place here recently, we've got to do something, Maria. You're absolutely right.
We're going to be watching your work, Senator. As always, great to have you this morning, sir. Thank you. Senator Bill Hagerty in D.C.